Welcome back to your news at noon. Here's a live look outside. You can see the clouds hanging with us today, Damon, and that's because it's a DMV First Warn Day. So what are we seeing today? Storms, rain, all of the above?
Yeah, Tosin, it's just that same thing we had back on Monday where rain and storms are in the mix and they could produce some pretty heavy rainfall. So the clouds actually have been our friends so far this morning, keeping things at bay. But as the sun starts to break out, we'll heat things up even more. And there's your fuel. Those storms, those pockets of heavier rain will start to develop. And no surprise here, but the National Weather Service just around noon did issue this flood watch that covers the large majority of the DMV here in this green shade down toward Fredericksburg, parts of southern Maryland not included, but everybody has the chance to at least see some heavy rainfall before the day is done. This flood watch does go, though, until midnight. As we go through the afternoon, like I mentioned, things are heating up. We only have 82 where the clouds are still hanging on a bit in D.C. But back off to the west, look at that, 88 in Woodstock, 90 already in Kaiser. So we are getting used to these temperatures for the most part. It's where we've ended up the last several afternoons. But what we will never get used to, even though it's been with us for several days, this level of humidity. Dew points are extremely high, and it's just another sign that this air mass that's sitting over us is almost tropical. So any little disturbance that swings in any front, it's going to be enough to spark up some heavier rain and a few of those storms. Relatively quiet on the radar loop, but we're starting to see a couple of heavier showers developing out across Frederick County, Virginia, near Winchester, out toward the mountains of far western Maryland. And that's the activity that will continue to develop and sweep eastward as we head through the rest of the afternoon and evening. And there is the center of the disturbance that's going to cause all this. It's right now over parts of Ohio, just leaking into western PA, West Virginia. And as that swings over toward the DMV, well, it'll arrive during that peak heating of the day, and it will not take long for things to turn active. Now, unlike on Monday, the threat for heavy rainfall, it is out there, as evidenced by that flood watch, but it is a little bit lower overall. The heavier rainfall should be scattered enough that most of us won't be dealing with any significant impacts, but it's just another reason to keep your guard up, because if you do run into some of that heavier rainfall, like I mentioned, it won't take long for flooding to develop, especially if you saw flooding issues on Monday. So here's how things shape up over the next 2 hours. We're really going to see things kick off west of I-81 across West Virginia, parts of western Maryland. That heavier rainfall will then slowly but surely move east, heading toward D.C. and I-95 by the evening commute. It's just that same timing as the other day. Now, notice how these pockets of red, again, they are staying a little bit more scattered. Some of us will just see some plain light to steady rainfall that should not cause us any problems other than making the roadways and conditions out there a little bit slick. But as we head through 5, 6 o'clock, there you notice that red is popping up at times around the Beltway, around D.C. and I-95, back into southern Maryland, north central Maryland as well. So just a reason to keep our guard up through 6, 7, even 8 o'clock. Things still a little bit active out there. And as we head into the night tonight, some scattered showers will continue to be possible, but that rain should let up. We won't be seeing any heavier activity, thankfully, as we head into the start of the day on Thursday. Now, we are still going to have a chance for additional rain tomorrow, though it should not be as active, but it's another reason to pay attention to who gets the heaviest rain today. Look at D.C., Baltimore, up toward Hagerstown, 1 to 2 inches of rain, even up to 3 could be possible, which is why we have to pay attention for that possibility of flooding. And then tomorrow, scattered showers and storms will be right back with us in the heat and humidity. But then Friday, well, we're active again and that heavy rainfall threat increases. So another DMV First Warn is in effect before we head into the weekend.